Hi Nantanatch, I just was wondering, what's your name, the meaning of your name, Nantanatch, is in Thai. What does that mean?
Nantanatch means joy.
Joy?
Yeah, joy.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Exactly.
Is that the name your parents gave you?
No, actually, because when I was 17, I was very sick, I was very ill. So my mom said, maybe we have to change your name, because of the spirit of death cannot recognize your name, so that's the reason we changed the name. But I thank God that she allowed me to change my own, I can choose my own name. Because the first name usually is your parents' name. So I picked the Joy.
Picked Joy. Was there a reason why you picked Joy? Did you know Jesus then?
No, not yet. But I feel that I'm a bit serious, So I think I want to have this joy and peace. I always want to have that.
Okay. So tell me about when you were 17, you were really sick. What happened?
Yeah, I got the disease they call it severe aplastic anemia. My bone marrow didn't function at all. And first the doctor said, maybe you got like a leukemia. And they told my mom. So I think my mom or our family prepare. I think they prepare my funeral. But I thank God that at that time my brother, he's a Christian, only one Christian in our family. And he gave me a book about the Jesus can do the miracle. But I didn't know much about Jesus at that time. I just read that book. And they found out the way how to kill me. And they found out that, it's not leukemia, it's a severe aplastic anemia.
So, you came to Australia. How old were you when you came to Australia?
1994, I think, about 25 or 26 years old.
So you were, in 17, you had severe aplastic anemia, and you were healed from that. When did you become a Christian?
In Brisbane.
You became a Christian in Brisbane when you were about 25.
Yes, about that.
So why did you come to Brisbane?
I think I was very, at that time, I worked very hard. And I always have question about the meaning of life. And I said, what is the life for? It's just only for working or money? I have all these questions, and my health become getting worse and worse. And my disease relapse came back. So I told my parents that I need rest. So they said, okay, we give you like a half-year break. And one of my cousins, he studied at UQ. I said, okay, in Australia, I look, where's the place that the climate is quite similar to Thailand? And my cousin said, it's in Brisbane. So I like more warmer climate. So I choose to come here.
So you were studying in Brisbane?
No, at that time I just want to rest, and then I found I like it. I like Brisbane very much, and I like the people here. So I said, how can I stay longer? So I took a secretarial, diploma course for 1 year. So I stayed in total about 2 years in Brisbane.
Yeah. And so during that time in Brisbane, you became a Christian. How did that happen?
So in the first month, I have to stay homestay because I didn't know anyone besides my cousin, but he stayed in the university. So after that, just some of my friends, Japanese friends, they said, there's one family, they are interested to help the Asian student. So both of us, we moved to this family. And then I found out later that they're going to Japan for a missionary, so that's why they're interested the Asian culture. So I have been living with them for about a year, and after that, when they left for Japan, I have to move another house. And it happened that the second house also are very committed Christian, and they plan to go to Pakistan as a missionary. So from these two families, so I found that being a Christian is different, because for us in Thailand, being Thai is mean being Buddhist, and Christianity is about the Caucasian, the Westerner, is not related with us at all, irrelevant. So, but when I stay with them, I say, yeah, their life is so different, and they welcome us like part of their family, which is I never experienced that before, because I was a stranger. I didn't know them. I'm not their cousin. And they just treat us like one of their family, both family. So I just follow them to the church. Yeah.
And what was it about the church, and what was it that captivated you? Why did you come to Jesus? Why did you choose?
I don't think that because at that time I don't think they have any ministry related to international students. But I think through my home stay that really attract me, and the way they live, and they read the Bible and they cry and they pray. And I said, what happening to? So that's why I think that attract me, that maybe that God is really real God, it's a living God that they can talk to. Yeah. So that attract me.
Yeah. So you became a Christian here in Brisbane, and when you went back to Thailand, how did it happen that you stayed being a Christian? Because often you're going back to a Buddhist family, back to a country that's Buddhist. How were you nurtured? How did you continue being a Christian?
Yeah, that's one thing, because of the church doesn't have this kind of ministry. So no one linked me up back to the church in Thailand. So I try to find a church that there's no church that suits me. I feel it, and backslide. Yeah. But I'm not the first one in the family. My elder brother, he was persecuted before by my parents. So when it's my turn, I think it's not very serious like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the Christianity much. So when I backslide back to the world again, busy with earning money, all this.
So how did you come back to the Lord?
Yeah, through one of my colleagues. He's a Singaporean businessman. Again, his life is so different from others. That attract me. And he had been praying for me for 2 years. And one day, when I came to, my health is very, very serious again. I had to be hospitalized. So, and he visited and he prayed. So his prayer is exactly the vision, same as I saw it when I was very ill, when I was 17 years, the same vision. So that's why I kept asking him, who is this guy? And he took me to the church, and I think that's the first time I really encountered with God, and I know that He's real.
And so in the church in Thailand, you were nurtured and discipled?
Yes.
Yeah. And so what do you do now? What have you done for the last 5 years or 10 years?
Jesus really healed me in miracle way, because I did to do my bone marrow transplant, but all my siblings I couldn't find the donors, so it's a miracle, and we don't have unrelated donor at all. I have to come to the stage that I'm ready, even if I have to die. I feel very, very sure that after this life, where I'm going, I don't know, deep inside me, I can feel that it's really confident. So at that time, I don't feel to be afraid of death. But he did answer my prayer. I said, if you really want to heal me, find the donors for me. And it's a miracle.
And you found a donor?
Yes, and actually it's my youngest sister, but the data has changed. Actually 2 years ago, the doctor has, checked all my siblings, but they couldn't find the perfect match. But 2 years later, on that day, they found the perfect match, and it's the perfect timing.
Wow.
So, and then after that, I just quit all my job, and I start to help the church in doing the community service, and then after that, running the language center for the church, and then help in the Alpha course to coordinate for the Alpha course of evangelistic tour. And then this is a new season for me.
So you've been running the Alpha course in Thailand for 5 years, right? And now you've come to Australia. Why did you come to Australia in April?
Yeah, because in April actually, it's one of my friends were interested. But I heard from our missionary friends that I should come to Brisbane to observe the class, the TESOL class. Because we found out that when we run the Alpha course, we lack of the guests. So I believe that there must be something before evangelism, it's a pre-evangelism. And I try to find what is attract the non-believer. When I run the language center, we have lots of people, every day. They coming to me and want to learn English. And so and I have a chance for them to build up relationship. So I thought, hey, I think that this is a good way to do the pre-evangelism, to build relationship. And learning English is very, very popular, especially the young people. So when I moved back to my hometown in the Muslim community, and I keep asking, what is the bridge to our neighbor, and then the door that opening for me is the teaching English. So that's why when I taught about 3 or 4 students, and I found that I don't have the teaching skill. Just only speaking English is not enough to teach English. So that's why I want to come back to take this course again.
So you've just about finished your TESOL course.
Yeah.
When you go back to Thailand, what are you thinking you'll do?
Yeah, I want to be involved still in this ministry, because I think it's really, really the door opening. Yes, and I believe that in this 3 or 4 years, this door will be widely open. Because actually, it's not a new thing. Because in my hometown, all the elders and leaders in the church, and the Baptist church at the moment, 90% of them is from the English class. That's one of missionary, taught them English 40 years ago. So I think this is might be the way that God wants me to do. I want to involve in this ministry.
So, you see yourself as perhaps being in Chiang Mai for a little while, but in the long term, where do you want to be?
I always feel myself as a coordinator. I think I'm good at coordinator, and I see myself that Chiang Mai and Deep South, my hometown, is young. I always see these 2 provinces, maybe back and forth. Yeah, that is only these 2 or 3 years, but I don't know after that. So, because I believe that this is a time for Thailand.
So in terms of the ministry to international people visiting countries to learn English, what would you say to people that are on the edge, thinking people in Australia, what do they need to think about in terms of caring for international students?
Okay, so I see the Australia, even the England, America, Canada, I think that's a huge, big mission field. And you got all leaders. Because if you are not leaders, and you cannot come to the overseas, and they must be very clever, or they must be very rich, so they can come over here. So it means that we target to another group of people, which is in my own country is very hard for us to reach out to them. Because we always say Christianity, we preach to the poor. But how about this group that is a potential leaders? They are here. So that's why we welcome them. And welcome them as a part of your family. And I think it's hard for them. And they don't want to go to church in their home country. But for them to go to the church here, it's like, as a Buddhist, somebody told me, when you go Australia, you want to go temple, you go to the church. Same. So that's why it's very, very easy for international students to walk into the church. So, and we believe that even the parents believe that the church is a safe place for them, when they are in overseas. So treat them as a part of your family. And I think we don't know, and we see a lot of the leaders, Christian leaders in Thailand. They accepted Christ in overseas when they were students. Yeah, and then I think disciple them, nurture them, and they go back, they can be a leader. Because I believe that, especially in Thailand, we really lack of the Christian leaders. So you help us.
So we have a little tiny niche role of actually speaking into the lives of young people who will be leaders when they go back, and they're open while they're here in ways that they wouldn't be open in their own country. Yeah, so it's really important that we understand the privilege we have of having potential leaders.
Because I remember when I first came over here, we struggled. We don't know where to go. We cannot speak the language, and stranger, So that's why I think when they first came here, that's the best moment, to introduce Jesus to them. When they are, they don't know where to go, and they're very struggle in this new land.
So it's just the Christian values of hospitality and love and care gives us the opening then to share Jesus, who's the Saviour with them.
And I remember, because I heard a lot of testimony, even they are not received Christ yet, but they always mention that when I was in Australia, when I was in America, the Christian treat me like their family. They still remember.
Yeah, so it's very special.
Very, very special moment in their life.
That's a wonderful opportunity that we have. So thank you for sharing that with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. You're really welcome. Welcome like a stranger.
And it's very encouraging to meet someone years later who became a Christian through the student ministry in Australia, and now you're powering on serving your own people. It's wonderful. So thank you for sharing with us.